Welcome back to Teacher Tips Tuesday. My name is Deborah. I am a pastor here at King Jesus Ministry and the mom of a beautiful 2-year-old girl named Gianna. On this week's Teacher Tips, we want to bring you a special segment called Your Children's Feelings Matter. I want to give you some practical tips on how you can help your children to have a better connection. And I want to bring you these 3 tips that have been a blessing to my life. Tip number 1, stop and listen. Our children are looking for us to pay attention. They want us to listen. They want us to know that we are actually there for them. What is it that your children are trying to communicate? By stopping to listen, you are creating a culture of transparency, vulnerability, affection, and support, emotional support. Stopping and listening means you are not going to reprimand them. You're not going to bring punishment or correction, but you're listening to them with the intent to try to understand. And if us as parents, we disregard our children's emotions, in essence, we are disregarding them. And this, it could open a door to rejection and isolation in our children. And this is going to happen that sometimes it's not your children that will open up to you. You as a parent need to go ask them, intentionally ask them, what is it, daughter, son, what is it that you're feeling? What is happening to you when you feel these certain emotions? Because sometimes they're even gonna lack the words to express themselves. So tip number 1, stop and listen. Tip number 2, acknowledge and validate. As parents, our role is to acknowledge and to validate. To validate means what you feel is valid. These emotions are just happening to you, and as parents, we just need to help them to understand how are you feeling this? How are you processing all of these emotions that you're experiencing? Through our acknowledgement, we're gonna add identity, we're gonna add value, and this is gonna help them to open up to us in ways that they haven't before. For example, if your child feels hurt by something that happened in school and they come home angry, and you can ask them, what happened? What's going on? Try to first listen, let them open up. And then once they express themselves, hey, acknowledge, yes, I understand that you feel angered by this, you feel hurt by this, and it is valid that you feel these emotions. This is gonna help you to create a bond. It's gonna help you to create a safe space for your child to feel understood. Tip number 3, and this is my favorite tip, minister as the Holy Spirit leads you. So you have stopped to listen, means stop everything you're doing, pay attention, acknowledge and validate what your child is feeling, and now is the time to allow the Holy Spirit to minister to them. The Holy Spirit, the word says that He is the teacher of all things. He teaches us in all ways, and He is the Spirit of truth and our helper. Parents, the Holy Spirit is going to help you. He's going to help you with your children. He wants them to grow and mature in a successful way. And some of the things that the Holy Spirit might lead you to do. For example, maybe the Holy Spirit might lead you to just hug them. While they're crying, while they're feeling these emotions, hug them, give them love, be there for them. He might help you, have you be present at that moment. Just focus on what they're going through and give them your undivided attention. You might also have to help them calm down. And this is a practical tip for you parents. Help your kids to calm down. The Holy Spirit has led me many times to take my daughter, bring her out of the stressful environment that she's in, speak with her, help her to come to her senses. Another practical thing that the Holy Spirit might have you do is pray. This is the most important thing. You pray with them, you can pray for them, and you can also give them a word of encouragement, give them a word of counsel. Like, what does the Bible have to do about this matter? How can you help them to be encouraged in the Lord? Our goal as parents is to help our children understand, yes, my feelings are important, but they are not my identity. So I want to share with you, before we end, this great tool that you can use with your children at home. Maybe they're expressing one of these emotions, or maybe they're feeling an emotion and they don't know how to put words to it. You can use this in real time while your child is experiencing an emotion, or you can use this even now if your child might want to open up about something that happened to them. Maybe they felt lonely one time. You know, what happened to you when you felt that? This is going to be a great tool for you to connect and to begin to build a closer relationship with your children. Thank you for tuning in. All of you watching via YouTube, we ask that you please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And for those of you that are watching on Facebook, please comment below. What are some of your thoughts? What are some of the ways that you have been able to help your child mature emotionally? Thank you, and God bless you.